Hello, how are you guys? Enjoy ba tayo? So today, we are discussing about offshore, Tibusit. This is the continuation, the previous video that I presented and I shared to you. What is the basic Tibusit? So tropical basic training. So now, this is offshore training. So this is the continuation. So if you are new in this channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe so that you will verify and notify wherever I downloaded a new videos related to the personal development, works, and businesses, and online salon. All right, so let's proceed. I will share with you right now. So basic offshore safety induction. So now we are talking about basic. What is the basic important things if you are in the offshore? If you are assignment in offshore, okay? This is the learning outcomes. Identify offshore hazard. That's number 1. And next, explain waste disposal and care of environment produce offshore installation, explain the rule, the HSE, and then describe a permit to work, that is PTW system, and explain procedures for prescribed medicines offshore. Explain alcohol and substance abuse policy offshore. And explain personal protective equipment requirements when working offshore. Explain the procedure for reporting incidents, accidents, and near miss. Describe the role of the medic offshore. So as you can see, there's a lot of responsibilities, a lot of procedures as well. Overview. So we'll see the overview. Million years of the offshore industry. Movements of the earth crust, okay? Oil and gas slowly seep upward in their source rock. As you can see here, these rocks may form a trap where oil and gas collects. So this is how it collects, how it forms, become an oil. Okay? Eventually, an oil and gas reservoir forms. In order to find this reservoir in the rocks far under the seismic survey vessels, so sensitive recording instrument called geophones behind them. If you are in the offshore, you are in the part of the team of the surveying, so you will familiar about this kind of information. So geographic, seismic survey. This build-up of pictures where oil and gas can be found by using a powerful and sound waves. These pictures might eventually show a possible trap containing the oil and gas reservoir. So these pictures and also other information I will show you in the next following slides, okay? So the first stage of drilling and exploration will, a drilling rig is positioned over the possible reservoir and drilling starts. Proven rocks cut the drilling bit are flush out the whole special fluid. I will show you this, okay? In order to ensure as much as oil and gas possible extract from the reservoir, this will dug out is a techniques called directional drilling. That's why we have now a drilling. So oil and gas, onshore and offshore, we have a drilling, okay? So example of exploration, so that we will familiar about the exploration, how they do exploration. So this is the one that I am reading earlier. So see, potential source of rock, you can see mud, sand, and then you can see the lower portion, the bottom. This is the information. You can see this one. And then the other one, oil trap, as you can see, there's the green one, and gas trap, oil migration, oil gas migration, gas migration. This is how the seismic work when you are doing exploration by sound wave. Okay, see, survey ship, This is the seabed, and then below the seabed, there is a lot of layer. See, source can be triggered and found and detect where is your oil and gas. This is where oil. So hydrophones, see, this is water. So this is all the information of how you explore the looking for oil in the sea or even in our onshore. So drilling examples. This is our drilling examples. So this is the drilling. Okay, this is the drill bit. Okay, that is directly drill into the shore or either onshore or offshore. See, all the people are working. This is onshore pictures that I show you. And then this is the offshore. Okay, this is all the information of the drilling example. History of offshore. Let's start oil and gas in UK. So in 1959, large quantity of gas found on shore near Groningen in Holland. This find was made of rock formation that closely resemble rocks and also contain a very small oil field in the northeast of England. So this offshore starts in their country, okay, as per our history. First discovery to be developed, Angley Field well drilled in 1969. So, wow, since 1969, 1970, offshore starts, okay? And throughout the 1970s, major discoveries continued to made and massive scale of highlights were discovered at Foinaven and Sneekhallian west of Shetland. Next, finding hydrocarbons. We'll find out. Geologists examine the rocks where they are exposed in surface outcrops, the rocks under the surface from drilling operation. So this is the whole information of finding hydrocarbons. So once a well is drilled, well logs yield data in the types of rock present and then fluids these rocks contain. Next, producing hydrocarbons. From the 9th century, oil fields were exploited in the area around modern Baku, Azerbaijan, to produce naphtha. If you are from Azerbaijan, so I'm sure you will familiar this information, okay? And when Marco Polo in 1264 visited in Azerbaijan, the shores of Caspian Sea saw the oil being collected from ships. So this is the information that I taken in the Google, okay? This is the drill. This is the drilling, okay? This is the bore, conductor, casing, borehole, surface casing, intermediate casing, production casing. So this is all the information. If you are familiar of this drilling, so you can see how it's look. So there's a lot of works in offshore. There's a coiled tubing, there's a lot of technicians out there, and many are workers. See, this is the wellhead, cement, casing, cement. So you can see all of the information, it's written here, okay? So production well, what is that? The production stage is the most important stage of a well life when the oil and gas are produced. By this time, the oil rigs and work over rigs used to drill and complete the well move to the well. So this is how we start. We drill first, and then after drilling, we found out that we have an oil. So now we start an oil production. So it will be continuation. So this is only a basic information that we will tackle that in the next couple of videos. Okay, so we will start from the basic and all the information. So if we are jumping in and how the production and how the oil, then we cannot understand. So it's better we start a basic information so that we will understand exactly step by step. Okay, so I highlighted here Christmas tree. Christmas tree, these bulbs regulated pressure, controls, and allows access to well. So this is all combinations of mechanical, instrumentation, and electrical. Okay. So from the outlet bulb, Christmas tree row can be connected to a distribution network of the pipelines, as you can see here. Okay, this is our Christmas tree. If you are in the offshore, in the wellhead, as you can familiar here, and when you visited in wellhead, you can see this even in offshore or onshore. You can see this one. This is what we call Christmas tree. So that is not Christmas in our tradition, our Christmas tree in our home. This is different. This is Christmas tree. We're talking about the production wheel. Okay, so pressure gauge, so teacup, swab valve, primary wing valve, and killing wheel valve, and then all of this information here, there is a control. So this involves of instrumentation and controls. Okay, choke valve, upper mast, all about. And then this is all the production wheel. This is, you can see this kind of information when you are watching movies in UK, US. You can see this. Okay. Types of offshore installation. We have one first jack-up rig. Usually jack-ups work depth into 90 meters with 3 legs positioned on the seabed. Sometimes platforms have their own propulsion system but are towed on their location. So as you can see in the pictures, so 3 leg. So this is our jack-up rig. So jack-up rig can be lowered down up to this, as you can see in the sea, up to the level of that sea, and you can high up to here. Okay, can be lower. That's why we call that jack-up rig. Semi-submersible platform. This is a mobile drilling platform which can be moved under its own propulsion so by vessels and held in place of several anchors. As you can see the photos, it's very clear that in this area, see, that is a submersible platform. How about the drill ship and oil productions? So drill ship, a computer is used of engines and dynamic position system, but a shallower water anchors may be used instead. So this is our drill ship. And then this is our oil production. So this is our oil production area. So this is the accommodation. This is oil production in this area. So it can be passed here and then go into the pipeline. Okay. So concrete tension platform. Concrete platform, this is type of platforms keep place by its own weight, has advantage of built-in storage space, its bay. See, as you can see. Tension leg platforms, this is for deep water use in attached to the seabed by large anchorage pin. See, this is our tension leg. As you can see, this is a tension, and then this is the continuation passing through. This is our distribution going to the pipe, like a pipe, okay, connected. So pipe laying vessels. What is that pipe laying? Pipe laying vessels. As the name indicates, the vessels is used to laying of pipes, but also pipe maintenance work. So pipe laying and also cable laying. So this is all the information. Okay. So we're installing a cable. Okay, we're installing the pipe. Supply support vessels. Supply boats are used to supply offshore installation materials, consumables. This boat is from the seashore going to offshore. So can be bringing any supply needs in the offshore, in the platforms, or in the accommodation. Okay, this is the vessels that can be traveled anytime. Okay, what are the requirements, the needs during that time doing offshore. Accommodation platforms. So basically, recently in 1990s, accommodation platforms it's good because they are now installing a platforms itself in offshore. Not like before, you can stay only a barge, just like vessels as well. So it's good. Accommodation platforms. This is now accommodation platforms. You can see this is the example. So this is all the peoples are here, living quarters, mostly around 125 persons in this area, all the in the accommodation platforms. And then this one, this is the accommodation platforms, and this is jack up rig. And sometimes there's a person also there. And then this is helipad. The chopper will landing here and talk persons from onshore to offshore. This is the area. So this is our helipad. Okay. And then this is all the production. And then this is our production area. It's passing through our player. This is the player. Okay. So continuous next video to complete the TBC training. In the next video, this is all the information, the basic offshore, and we start the safety first, and then give you informations, all kinds of offshore platforms, accommodations, vessels, and tension links, etc. That is all the basic information so that we can proceed in the next topic, the next uploaded video later, we can see, and then continue training in our TBC training. Okay, for those who are interested to go offshore, or if you are not ready to go offshore, just wants to know what is offshore, this is the good learning for you. Okay, so stay safe and be smart. Bye-bye.